Alright, so we'll look at the new shop. So, first off, we're not getting the bug where there's only 2 weapons here, although I never personally had that one. We can now sort it by just rarity and name. So I think that other one they were talking about was sorting your inventory by rarity, name, and power, perhaps? Let's see. How does it work? Rarity. Ah, I see. So rarity is now also sorting by power rating. Gotcha. So it wasn't working like that before. These were all over the place. Like, I think my Eviscerator was actually below my starter axe. Okay, that's good. So rarity now does power rating as well. So if we look in the armor exchange, we have acquire operative cosmetics. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first thing to note is these are using in-game money, so that's super nice. Anointed Exhorter's Vestments. Aha, cool. Could be different colors. It's pretty much just a texture swap, but it's better than nothing, and it doesn't cost me real money. So I'm cool with it. Good change. Retextures. Everybody likes retextures. They can be different color guys. These checkers are interesting. It's expensive, for sure. These are very expensive, given what they do. But, oh, if you scroll up too quickly, it looks like an astronaut hat. Look, astronaut helmets. Go faster, go faster. What an interesting bug. So these are ludicrously expensive for what they are, but if you have nothing else to spend your money on, that's pretty cool. Weapon cosmetics. Okay, that's cool. So you can now add different color schemes to your weapons. That is friggin' sweet. That's actually a different model, I'm pretty sure. The Flamer doesn't look like that by default. Interesting. Different chainsword skin, maybe? Okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Now, okay, so I'm guessing that these are going to work very similar to how the current, like, trinkets work. So if you go to your weapon, right? So let's say this guy. Go here, go to appearance, go up here to the trinkets. I can apply this little trinket I've got. I'm guessing that's where the skin is going to go, probably right here. So once you buy the skin, you can just apply it to all of your weapons. You're not, hopefully, you're not buying it per weapon. Equipable on, right. So this does look different, though. This hammer skin does look different. So if we compare it real quick. Yeah, definitely a different skin. And then the Flamer as well. You can see here the barrel is exposed on the top, whereas on this skin, where'd it go? There's a barrel like sheath over the top. So it's not just a recolor, it's actually a different skin. That's really cool. I'm excited about this a lot more than the operative skins because I get to look at my weapons more. So let's have a look at the crafting now. Little tip, Fat Shark. Maybe put the shop right next to the forge and don't have Sire Milk right in the middle. I don't know. Make them closer together because this is a little bit far of a jog. So here we have the Shrine of the Omnissiah. I was thinking this was going to be a forge before it was unlocked because, you know, obviously. But let's have a look.
From the forge cometh miracles. From miracles cometh deliverance.
Cool. So this is the chick that's giving you briefings all the time. So if we entreat Hadron. So up in the top right, we have our 3 currencies. This is our Ordo Dockets, or gold. Everyone just calls it gold. We have a box, and we have a little canister. One of these is going to be plasteel. The other one's going to be diamantine. Don't know yet. So right now, we'll just call them boxes and tubes because it's not labeled. That's definitely one thing they need to do better on with this game is labeling stuff in general. You need little tooltips popping up. So, what do we got here? We got 3 tabs. One for all of our melee weapons, one for all of our ranged weapons, and one for all of our curios. So, if we pick a weapon over here, we'll pick our little chainsword. Where did my little axe go? I lost my basic axe. Is it because I have it equipped? Nope. Okay. Maybe you can't do it to the starter weapon. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can't change the starter weapon. That's kind of interesting, actually. So I have the starter axe right here, and I have the starting pistol right here. You can't change them. That's kind of neat, actually. I like that those are baseline. Might suck for newer players, though, that want to get into crafting right away. So anyway, okay, we'll pick a gray weapon first. So over here on the right, we have Consecrate, Refine, Earn Blessing, and Rebless. We don't know what these 3 do, but if we look at consecrating a gray weapon, it's going to add a new perk. The perks are the diamonds. Now we know those are called perks. Hooray. It's going to cost us 150 tubes, right? So consecrate this item, adding either a random perk or blessing according to the item type and its rarity. So a gray melee weapon going to a green melee weapon or salvage to black market is going to gain a perk. And then if we look at a green weapon and we consecrate that one, it already has a perk, so instead it's going to get a blessing. This time it costs 50 boxes and 200 tubes. Blue, consecrate a blue weapon. It already has a perk and a blessing, so now it's going to get another perk. Right? This one is 150 boxes, 400 tubes. I'm assuming plasteel is probably the cheaper one, right? So that's probably the tube is plasteel and the box is diamantine, because plasteel sounds a lot more generic. And then a purple weapon, consecrating this one, it already has a perk. It already has 2 perks and a blessing, so it's going to get a new blessing once it becomes mastercrafted. Now, doing it to a mastercrafted weapon, I don't have any yet, so we don't know what that would do. Maybe it would add a 3rd perk or a 3rd blessing. We don't know. But let's see. I also don't have any crafting materials yet, so we can't test it just yet. But we can guess that Refine item might be upgrading the tier of a perk or a blessing. Because if you notice here, I have 3 flamers, right? This flamer has overpressure, and it's 2% power, and it's just a diamond. This flamer has overpressure, and it's 3 power, and it's a diamond with 2 little lines coming out at the edges. This flamer doesn't have the same one. It doesn't have overpressure, but it has blaze away. And this is 3 lines coming out of the diamond. So it looks like there are 3 tiers of each blessing. And it might be the same thing for perks as well, because I have noticed on some weapons, say like, do you have any? Some of these will say like 5% block efficiency. Some of them will say like 10, 8% melee critical hit damage. We have anything that's similar? Oh, 4% increased melee damage specialist. I think, 6% increased melee damage specialist. So I think each perk, oh, there's a 20% right there. I think each perk and each blessing is going to have 3 tiers to it, right? So you kind of need to see them all or have a wiki or something to figure out like what they would each be, but that's kind of good to know. Like, these perks and these blessings are not just fully random, like they do have a predictable amount of like power scale to them. So I'm assuming that Refine item is going to be upgrading the tier of each of these. So if I refined item on this one, maybe I turn this momentum into a tier 3 blessing, and then instead of 12.5% toughness, maybe it's 15% toughness. Or if we did something simpler, like this 15% damage to carapace armored enemies. Maybe if I refine it, it turns into like 20% damage instead. Now, Earn Blessing, I don't know how this one is going to work, because scaling is in general, perk, blessing, perk, blessing. So if you can just keep adding blessings onto a weapon, it might be kind of crazy. So who knows? Maybe this is re-rolling a blessing, but then we also have this button down here, re-blessing, which sounds like you would be re-rolling the blessing. So I don't know exactly what this is going to do. We also haven't looked at curios yet. So I think curios, I only have blue ones to look at right now, but I'm going to assume that they kind of scale in the same way. See, this one it's got this double diamond up here, and then it is adding an extra perk onto it once it becomes purple. So it's probably going to be a similar sort of scaling, because I know like a green curio only has this top one. It doesn't have a perk on it yet. And then obviously a purple one now has 2 perks on it. So maybe a golden curio has 3 perks on it, or maybe it gets a second one of these. I don't know. Maybe you can just add blessings onto curios. We don't know yet. We can't see it. I'll play with it and I'll see what I can find out. And then we'll find out more in the future. So there you go. That's what we can tell from the crafting so far. Good to see that they're adding like cheap in-game money accessible cosmetics, and good to see that there actually is some form of crafting and that it's actually pretty in-depth. Hopefully the grind's not too insane. Like they said, that just the resources are available like in the map. I hope that there's pretty significant drop rates, or that we won't have to be looking through every room trying to find everything. Sort of the way it works with scriptures and grimoires, which I think is everybody's least favorite like thing to have to do. You know, sometimes you want to just run through a mission quickly. So we'll see. Maybe they'll add alternate ways to do it, or maybe they'll just be really easy to find. Or maybe you just will get a lot for looking a little bit. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to keep doing patch note videos, and as I learn more about the game, I'm going to start making more like tutorial videos too. So don't forget, like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch at MrRipTV, and I'll see you on the next one.